In fact, I've been involved with wildlife with my parents and everything from way before I can even remember. The world is quite an amazing place. We as humans tend to destroy a lot of the natural land, but the world is very resilient and will bounce back if we can just give it the chance to recover and recruit itself. I think we need a more collaborative effort, working all together rather than against one another, which is often a problem. I first moved over to Hong Kong 10 years ago on an initial 2-year plan, but we've been enjoying it so much that we're still here 10 years later.
What kind of place could inspire Dr. Chris from South Africa to stay for 10 years? At Ocean Park, Hong Kong, visitors find a world of joy. For animals, it's a safe and caring home. And for experts like Dr. Chris, it's where they channel their passion and skills into protecting lives, both big and small.
I think working as a veterinarian in Hong Kong has allowed a lot of freedoms. There's again a lot of good equipment that's available to us at Ocean Park, which allows it to be very accurate, very precise, and very good at what we're able to do. I think overall quality of medicine and veterinary care within Hong Kong is at a very high standard, probably a higher standard than what I've gathered from most other places in the world. Most of our job is around preventative health and looking at various protocols and checking up on the animals routinely to assess them prior to any major problems. So generally, we'll meet up in the morning with different head curators and discuss what's been happening and also discuss our plan for the checkups of it. With every animal, you'll have a different set of diagnostics, a different set of exams you can do for those diagnostics. What you can do on one animal, you can't necessarily do on another. Also, depending on how well the animal is trained or whether it's completely wild, whether it's a pet, all have different aspects as to what you can do, even if they're similar size or similar anatomy and everything. We currently will use a mixture of machines and equipment just to do any one exam with multiple different species. We will require anesthesia for quite a number of the animals that we see. I think we got our first RWD machine in 2019 before they had a local Hong Kong supply. We recently just purchased a new ventilator from RWD, and it has a lot more functions that we can see huge potential and things that like our current anesthetic machines don't do. Like it has a hold the breath function, which really good for when you're trying to take the CT. So because unlike with humans, we can't just shout through the microphone, please hold your breath. We often have movement effect when taking these CTs with spontaneous breaths or breaths from the ventilator. This function allows us to hold the lungs open to take a better, clearer CT. Other things that the machine has is the PEEP function, which is quite useful for some of our diving animals where the lungs tend to collapse if you cannot hold some basic pressure with them. So the requirement for different animals would vary quite a bit with the anesthetic techniques that you need. Like for a small animal which is easy to get and easy to knock down, they're likely to have an anesthesia for much more basic, simple tasks like a general exam. For other animals like a dolphin, where anesthesia becomes a lot more risky, you'll only consider it when it's the final option. However, with our dolphins, we spend a lot of time with the trainers, and the trainers spend a lot of time getting the animal to perform the procedures that we require on a daily basis, like doing our dental checks on them.
Thanks to the attentive care from Dr. Chris and the entire caring team, the animals at Ocean Park live happy, healthy lives. But the park's commitment doesn't stop there. From animals' welfare initiatives to frontline rescue efforts, the professionals at Ocean Park Hong Kong are always making a difference. The park also runs engaging educational programs, inspiring the next generation to embrace the importance of animal conservation.
I think for me, a philosophy would be not to have an animal suffer, and what you're doing to the animal will be for the greater good and not just for personal gain.
Preventing animal suffering and creating lasting value for the world is shared commitment. Together with Ocean Park Hong Kong, RWD stands by veterinarians, providing trusty devices to protect every breath and every heartbeat.